metaphor. This is just a continuation from the last episode, because this game's really bad about letting you pause in the middle of big action sequences. So we went ahead and took care of the Skyrunner Shardarius things, and now we are at Luis's soiree. So we're going to sneak off eventually and go to his headquarters in order to grab the formula, or what they think is the formula at least, in order to cure our prince. So I'm sure things are going to go very wrong, because it's really not going to be that easy.
Thank you for inviting us.
Please, enjoy yourselves. As new comrades in arms, I expect you to. Now, while the drinks in their cups have yet to reach their heads, let's get the formality of introductions out of the way. Friends, today we welcome a most emboldening addition to our ranks. Doubtless you've heard of the young candidate who brought great shame to Sanctifex Forden. Before you stands the young man himself. Indeed, I was much surprised to learn he brought that Sanctress forward with the intent of winning my regard. Commendably bold. Now, let us greet our new allies with warmth and pride.
If my sword will be of use, you have it.
It's your life on the line now, boy.
Don't go losing it too quick now.
The rest of the night is yours to drink in. Enjoy the party.
Go. We'll take care of the rest. Hey, new boy. Slow down. Wouldn't be wise to snub a ranking officer now, would it?
Well, look who it is. The only blowhard who showed up to the competition with a head smaller than his own.
You little red-eye! You want to say that again? All right.
All right. Look! Ah! Ugh.
Stop!
Yes.
Oi!
Yeah! No way! No good.
Now we just keep up the charade as long as we can.
Might I have a moment, please?
Stroll, if I recall. I've heard you're a titled noble. Yet you stand behind a commoner candidate.
I stand with a candidate who's proven he has power and potential. Besides, I'm a noble in lineage alone. My house no longer stands.
Where are you from?
Have you heard of a village called Harlia?
Certainly. It was the first village to be destroyed by the human menace.
Only because help never came. They requested reinforcements, but the army wouldn't spare a single soldier. Are the rumors true that was by your decision?
That is true.
But why?
To save this country.
Stroll!
The Fool King and the fossils of the Sanctus Church refused to face the threat looming over this country. An adequately dramatic demonstration was required. They say you could see Harlia burning as far as the palace battlements. Confronted with that balefire, those old men could no longer deny the human flame.
Your balefire cost hundreds of innocent lives. Do I offend you? Are you repulsed? Surely it helps you realize that you can protect nothing without power. The natural blessings you enjoyed are not infinite. Few have the luxury of living with no need to struggle and harm just to survive. But our nation would have you believe such hardship is born of moral weakness. So the punished are punished further. They die in silence like livestock. Their reality denied. It defies reason. All people deserve the chance to fight for their lives with their lives. Some will fall, some will triumph, and therein is true equality forged, however cruel. I am not one to stand idly by as history is wrought. All their sacrifices, and yours, shall not be in vain. A valuable conversation. I do hope you enjoyed the party.
Strong.
Humblest apologies. He's a young heart and hasn't yet learned to temper his words.
No worries. Truth told, I'd take him over the sycophants.
That brat's nowhere to be seen. Where'd he slip off to? He couldn't have. Let's go have a look around, Hector.
What?
Oi!
Huh?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh boy, here we go.
Phew. What was that? The floor suddenly tilted. Whoa! What's going on? That soldier from earlier was freaking out about some effect from a magma crystal. Maybe this is it. Ah! That helped a lot. Ow. What do we do? Huh? Did you? Hmm? Here we go. Gangway! No, no, no! This isn't happening!
see.
Okay, here we go. Gangway! Look at that! All right! This is no good. Ah! Ah! Whew. And yet... Let's hurry. Okay? This... No good. It's all clear. Incredible. Check this out. Yep, we're safe here. Hmm? Huh? Look! That's this. But why would Luis? It's a forbidden text. So there shouldn't even be many copies left.
You probably just happened to find a copy.
Do you think Luis is actually reading this? If so, it doesn't seem like he's really getting its message. Wait, in there! There's a hidden box! Yes, magic formulas! Which one has the prince's curse? Oh, forget it! We'll just take the whole box!
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for something.
Not even bothering to hide it.
Hey, didn't you just come out of the storage room? What were you doing in there?
You're that fairy from before. Count Luis gave me permission to come and go as I please in his private quarters.
Hey, didn't I hear you had a sore throat or something? They said you lost your voice, but you sound fine to me. Uh-huh. I get it now. You snuck in this room last time too, didn't you? Wow, you're a real repeat offender.
I'm really losing my touch. So, remember how I said I'd keep my eyes on you? Well, I have to say, I like what I see.
Hey, get away from him!
I don't suppose we could keep my little investigation secret. I'll keep quiet about you too, now that we're accomplices.
What exactly are you looking for?
Can't say, but I'll ask you no questions either. That makes us even, right? So, your little cohort cases the place first, leaving you to slink in once you've got the brief. Pretty sharp.
Hey, I'm not just a little cohort. I have a proper name, and it's Gallica.
Gallica? Your name is Gallica? Wait, does this mean... So you're here for...
Someone's coming!
Well, well. The occupant's absent, but the door's locked. I see why the guards are in a panic.
There's no use hiding. This is quite a turn-up, isn't it? The runt I might have figured for a rat, but even my lord's favorite little songbird? What a scandal! And when he hears it from me, maybe I'll finally get some recognition around here.
Everything's falling apart! What do we do?
I think he's gone. If he'd stayed, he could have trapped us here. Thank goodness he's as stupid as he looks. I'll take care of this. Just listen close and act fast. The box you found contains the formula to the curse. I knew it. We both know what you're here for, right? Take what's inside and leave.
Who are you? What are you?
Let's survive now. Talk later, shall we?
The plot thickens.
But we can't just leave her. I say we go after her.
Your attention, everyone. Assembled comrades, let us speak of the old vulture's last grasp at power. The tournament for the throne. It hardly bears saying that the competition is a farce. It is a transparent conceit of the Sanctus Church orchestrated to win Forden the throne, for all who bristle at their hubris, and indeed for the sake of the public. This hollow pageantry must be put to rights, once and for all. And it shall be done by my hand. I hereby announce my formal entry into the competition.
But my lord, Forden would surely never allow you to enter the race midstream.
Why would I care for his permission? The late king's decree was that the crown would go to whoever had won the people's trust, not whoever indulged the church's sideshow. I will enter at my leisure. Should he deny me, Forden will be rightly denounced as the coward he is, and lose the nation's faith. Then all will know he was never the one in control. For all that we believe, and all that we have proven, we shall bring their own dogma down on their heads. Hey! All hail Lord Louis!
We got one Sanctoress strung up. Now let's send Forden to the gallows.
He's entering the competition?
Even knowing it was rigged, there's still a lot he could get out of it. He's just been biding his time all along.
Louis.
Unfortunately, I am told we have a rat in our midst, sniffing for morsels at our esteemed colleagues' heels. Wretched rat, if you stand among us tonight, you may tell your master this. I will neither run nor hide. If you think you can stop the rule of power, then come and try.
Louis will be king! Hail King Louis!
Go and see who is absent from the soiree.
On it.
They're going outside.
Not good. They're bound to check the gauntlet runner. We've got no choice but to chase and stop them.
Oi, new bloke. Didn't hear you shouting Count Luis's name loud enough. Come now, let's hear you cheer with your gut, eh?
Out of the way. I'm busy.
At this rate...
Hey, Del! Look! The Caradrius is airborne!
What? Why? You hear anything about a takeoff today? With its owner out? Impossible. The rat's behind this. Do you know what's been on my mind? I want to know who took out Zorba. Wouldn't catch me dead sharing drinks with him, but he weren't some half-wit. If it was the Cathedral Guards, they had help. Think the rat nipped him too? Lord Luis has plenty of new friends hanging about. I wouldn't be surprised if some think they're clever. And me, I'd start with those stooges who cast all their magic without igniters.
Whoa, Del, eyes up! It's coming down!
Secure the perimeter. Anyone so much as blinks, the orders to kill on sight.
Whoa, Del!
Hurry!
This whole thing went to shit.
Ready? Was that? No!
I told you to run. Behave now. I'd hate to stick you through that precious throat of yours. You know, I didn't expect you to actually bother to come. The songbird baited the trap nicely after all. I suppose that settles it. The rats were working together. Must be quite a story behind this. But more importantly, time and time again, you dragged my name through the mud. And now look who's the traitor. Oh, I'm going to make this hurt. Hector, come.
Hector? Wait, that's your dog? You mean he transformed at your command? That animal's been corrupted by melancholia, and still you tamed it. Gladel, why did you hide such an amazing talent? Isn't taking hostages a bit beneath you?
What? Don't you dare patronize me! You think I don't realize it? I'm not strong, I'm no towering basalt war hero. All I've got is my wits, damn you! How could I win a rigged game but through foul play?
Foul play?
And now, I'll wipe those arrogant smiles off their faces. I should be the man being served and worshipped. Me, no one else! And yet every time, I watch them surpass me in everything I did. That bastard Luis included. They've been thorn after bloody thorn in my side, but that all ends today. I'll offer you up on a silver platter, and one day, the world will know me as its rightful ruler!
Oh my, you're pathetic.
I told you to shut your damned mouth! Go, Hector! Don't move. That goes for you too, fairy. Unless you'd rather see her pretty little neck bleed.
What do we do? Right now, all we can do is make it through this. If we're not careful about this, Junah might...
Spectacular! A fitting end for a pack of rats. Get them, Hector!
No. Isn't there anything we can do?
You like that? Who's your king now? I am!
You let your dog do your fighting. You're such a disgrace. He has no pets here. So what's the matter? Are you too scared to fight him alone?
A duel? Have it your way. Come then, we'll do this right. I am Gladel, and you will kneel before me as your king. So, who are you to me?
I am the one who would save this country!
Well, that worked better than I expected.
This is bad. That guy is near the top of the candidate rankings. That means the royal magic will make him invincible to us.
You have the right of it. You fell for it. She brought you straight to me. Now I have you, and I'll ensure your suffering is long and painful. But see reason. Junah,
If you take my side, I might be persuaded to spare you. Am I not worthy of your affection?
I'm more of a man than that bastard Luis could ever be!
Over my dead body! I am Junah's sickness. I am no one's trinket. My life is my own to protect, and I will accept nothing less. What? It worked? Well, you're not invincible.
Damn you! What's going on here?
Let me help. Your powers have intrigued me from the start. You and your friends. You call it an archetype, right?
What?
I thought as much. Surprising, though. I'd written them off as a myth. Not even my sister got close. Still, now that I've seen their power a few times, maybe I can do it myself.
Oh shit, really? That makes a lot of sense now. Fuck me. We got a new party member. Now I get, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I called that shit. I fucking called it.
Look at me. What you see now is my commitment to my song.
Sick.
Behold, my voice rises from the depths of my heart.
You're gonna be a songstress? Oh, that is sick, dude.
How does she have the same power? She's just a damn singer!
Never underestimate a singer! Every song is a burden, the weight of a lifetime. I have sung 1,000 songs. I've known their power my whole life. Whereas all you've ever been is a lackey. My music is lost on you. Listen and learn!
Do it! Chew them up! Tear them limb from bloody limb!
I see. So this is the power of an archetype. All it takes is a change of mask, and I can be whatever I want. Poetic, really, especially for me. That's just as well. You can lend me your strength too.
This isn't the kind of thing you can just imitate. Do you know about this power?
Not much. It's been a while. Now, I hope you've had your fun, because you're about to pay for it in full.
Shut up! Just shut up! I'll crush you with my own hands! A duel, then. You can die together.
Ask Dancer.
Fine. He wants a brutal fight? He's about to get one. Let it
Not
give it hell!
actually. Behold this power. No need to rush
Looks
this.
like we can't brute force through this one.
Watch me! Raging fire!
My star is rising! Free! With me now, Hector!
Dancer!
Let's go!
To all traitors!
The magic speed!
Hector! Damn it! Damn you all! Die!
Ow! Masked Dancer! Burn!
Come forth, royal sword! Still up?
Die!
Behold this power!
Help me!
Power can be so intoxicating.
Yeah, she's intense. For a singer girl.
I give. Please. I'll not say a word about you sneaking in. Just spare my life, I beg you.
What do we do? If we let him run off, he's obviously going to rat us out.
But killing him would give us a lot to explain. Maybe we should work out some kind of deal.
Idiots! It's the oldest trick in the book! Why? What's happening? No. I'm the future king. I can't. I can't breathe. Why?
Damn.
Is he dead? So the magic protected us. But why now?
What the hell?
Dead? You lot kill him.
No! He's the one who attacked us! And then the king's magic did all that to him!
That the truth of it?
Oh, he snuck into Count Luis's private quarters. Must have gotten in with all the confusion of takeoff, I suppose.
Right? And why did the bloody thing take off like that? We could hardly believe our eyes.
Oh, well. You know me and my indulgences, boys. Perhaps I got a bit carried away, but we're in Brilhaven. I simply had to see the night view over the city.
You having a laugh?
Anyway, then Gladel went from crass to violent. That's when he stepped in to help, right?
Yes. Exactly.
Right!
Crikey, Lady Junah, I'm sorry. Sounds like you've had a right awful evening.
Hold on. You were supposed to be at the soiree, weren't you? That's a lot of ground to cover, isn't it?
Why? One would think you don't believe us, Fidelio. I'm wounded. You truly doubt me.
Well, no, just...
Suppose that means the rat was Glodell. Lord Louis said we got a traitor in our midst is all. We came by thinking to catch him.
Is that so? Well, hadn't you better report back? Shall we make what we can of this party together?
Your throat all better then, Lady Junah?
Ah, yes. Much better. He gave me such a thorough examination after all. He took good care of my throat. My tongue. My lips.
That's good.
If you'd come a bit earlier, I might have asked you to do it.
Really? Hardly matters to me.
Anyway, I'd say this bears reporting. Let's leave the guards to their cleanup and get out of here.
Wild. Absolutely fucking wild. Oh, I can't wait to fuck that dude up, man. I do not like this guy.
So Gladel was our rat, was he?
And he's already been executed?
Afraid so.
The two of them were the only ones who left the soiree early. Sounds like Gladel overstepped, and Lady Junah and the new lad had to fight him down.
Or it could have been the other way around.
Too right. Dead can't speak, after all, and we've no other witnesses to the scene.
Now hold on.
Gladel was a right prolific candidate. We know the king's magic protected him. Their story goes that he attacked them and got petrified to death for it. If that's true, the boy'd have to have the stand-in for it.
That fact is no longer in question. I received a report a short while ago. They say your face has emerged on the King's Rock. It appears your stunt with the Songstress earned you some renown.
Hey, good for you, pup.
And that's how the magic got to Gladel.
One wonders what you stopped Gladel from doing. What was he after there?
Who knows? We were hardly in a position to ask.
Wonder if he was on old Forden's payroll.
Nah. He'd been at that monk Godot's neck since the race had barely started. Tried to snuff him out in the wilds, too, not anywhere he'd have had an audience.
No matter. Forden has been kind enough to whip the people into a frenzy over this race. I'll step in and reap what he so graciously sowed. From here on, you will serve as my eyes and ears.
Understood.
Let us see what scheme Forden devises for the next task. Until then, you may take your ease in the city.
Oh, and with Gladel out with the rubbish, might I promote him to the role of my chauffeur?
Are you serious?
Is it so strange? He does have his own gauntlet runner. In fact, I'd better go make sure it's up to my standards.
Let her do as she pleases.
What's wrong, Del? Looking a bit green around the gills.
Gladel was an ambitious man, yeah, but is that enough to justify him looting Count Luis's personal quarters? What was in it for him?
All right.
Sorry for barging in. A bit late for introductions, I expect. What? You haven't told them about me yet?
I can't tell them what you haven't told me.
So, can I assume that you are one of us? That is, we too stand alongside Count Luis, but how to say it?
I think you and I were after the same thing in old Luis's room. You really weren't told.
Don't tell me you're the other Agent Grease
Oh,
mentioned.
shit.
Is he the one who died at the Grand Cathedral? I'm sorry. They kept the finer details confidential, so I never really knew who the other agent was. But I understand the objective well enough. The curse on His Highness the Prince can't be lifted by conventional methods, so we either kill the caster or get the formula.
I see. So you and Grease were the two prongs of the operation. You get the formula, he hunts the caster.
Ever since the King's magic made it impossible to kill Luis, I've been ready to meet up with a new contact. I just wasn't expecting one so young. If I hadn't learned the fairy messenger's name was Gallica, I'd never have realized it was you.
I'm pretty shocked myself. I never figured the big famous Songstress would be on our side. And I thought you and Luis were... you were his
lady love. God, no. I wouldn't be caught dead in that madman's quarters unless it was to rob him blind. No.
Hell yeah, dude.
Close because he likes my voice. That's all. He made the lines of that relationship quite clear, with no room for messier entanglements.
I think that clears up your place here. But I have to say, you're risking a lot for a side job. Why go to these lengths when you've so much to lose?
At first, it was just coincidence. I tend to find myself in honored company, and I happened to be around where a resistance operative was doing a spot of recon.
So, in sooth, you were strong-armed into this?
What? No, quite the other. I requested to join. When fate beckons, one can't
That's the
just
best
turn
character in the
away.
game.
A singer's whole self
Not a
is
rabbit.
built off all
He's a
she
bat.
experiences.
I know, I didn't know what he was. I thought he was a mouse when I first met him.
Lifetime inspiration for my art. And nobody
He
else
is-
has a plausible way or reason to get close
He
to
is
Louise.
S tier.
So,
Character, voice actor,
All that just so you could grow as a
story, everything about the dude is so good. I love Heisman. He's like my favorite character right now.
I know what I put my life on the line for, that's all. You all have something like that, don't you? A devotion that anyone else might see as foolish.
I knew I was going to get another character because they kept giving us abilities that were like, this person will gain experience while they're in reserve, and I was like, what does that even mean? Because I don't have reserve, you know what I mean?
Though it's hard for most people to understand why. Singing is
I didn't think it was going to be her. I thought it was going to be the angel winged one
take that over
from the
1,000
beginning.
of the church's accolades. Well, anyhow,
That's
what's
her
going on with
sister.
me. I'll stick close to Louise for now.
She was like
so
at
he
the very
doesn't start
beginning, like talking to Forden and everything. She's like a part of the council meeting or whatever.
Captain?
Yeah. But she's like, does not fit in at all. You can just tell she's like not fitting in. I didn't think this was going to happen. This is crazy.
Sure, fine by me.
I knew you were the sort of man who knows what to say. Glad to meet you as a proper comrade. Gets your heart going, doesn't it?
Well, didn't see that coming. But I guess we've got another ally now. Our journey looked pretty precarious at first, but it's gone surprisingly smoothly. I'll do my best to help too. Let's see this through.
Oh, now we're getting all the Gallica shit.
Gotta get back on track. Anyway, welcome aboard, Junah. Oh, right! Let's decipher the formula we found. Hopefully we can finally break the curse.
Do we even know anyone who can read the blasted thing? I love a good blueprint, but this formula leaves me a tad glazed, what?
Actually, Grius's notebook mentioned a Rella in the margins. Seems like he had it in mind to bring it to her.
Rella? The girl they call the Saint?
Saint Rella. Indeed, she would be the most qualified. After the attack on His Highness, we sent for the kingdom's best healer. It was she who answered our summons, and she who saved His Highness from certain death.
Hold on, the best healer in the kingdom? That attack was over 10 years ago. That so-called saint looked about my age.
Rella was a prodigal talent. One of the most gifted at the Mage Academy. Even as a child, she outclassed her teachers with an igniter.
Wait, you know her?
I'm afraid she's a bit out of our reach now, though. She left a while ago to return to her work at the royal capital. We couldn't manage such a trip under Luis's gaze.
Well, a trip to the royal capital would hardly put us out. We'll just pip over with a bit of magic. No, really, it's dashed convenient.
There are some conditions, but we could travel instantly to a few specific places.
Well, no sense waiting. Let's be off. Right.
You actually did it! We're at the royal capital! Wait, how did you do that?
Don't shout in the streets, would you?
How can I not? Do you know how incredible this is?
His name is Heisme Noctul.
Hey, look.
He hangs upside down. Yeah.
It's the Lady Junah! Oh, I've always wanted to shake her hand. Oh, hell.
The price
He's
of
dope.
fame. If word gets out that you were seen here,
He's a
you'll have
knight.
to explain yourself later.
His whole story was back in Martira. We were supposed to go hunt him down as our bounty. But then we met him and he had a whole completely different story around him.
Wait, this Rella's a world-class healer.
Oh,
and she's working as a local
Yeah.
doctor.
Is that uncommon?
Igniters are not known for their use in healing.
I know.
Indeed, it is a virtually impossible feat,
Yep.
often reserved for the nobility.
Yep.
I'd have expected
He might be
Saint Rella
tiny,
to
but he's a beast, bro.
If she turned down that prestige,
This dude's a beast.
then I suppose she really has earned her saintly titles.
Come on, let's hurry on.
What do you make of all this, Captain? If we ask her to decipher the curse, we risk exposing.
He's a great character. I love him. He's so good.
Do you trust her?
He's like the Red 13 to the party. You know what I mean? Like, he's just got that vibe to him. Very wise, you know? He has a heartbreaking story, though, so it's just kind of like one of them things.
We'll just have to trust her. You're right. And if it's misplaced?
If you say so, then let's get on.
Let's hurry.
Alright, so that was a giant twist of events right there. Definitely one of those points in the game where when you try to replay something like this and you see that for the first time, it's never going to have the same effect ever again. So that was very interesting. Nice to have a new party member aboard. Now we really got to start making decisions on who's going to probably stay in and stay out. And I think situational dependent, maybe. But since we kind of capped off Stroll's story, I guess he's kind of the first candidate to leave our party and make room for our newest member. But I gotta say, Brylehaven was absolute shit. I don't think it was that great of a part for being a mid-game area. Not too many dungeons. I mean, they had like 3 side questing places you could go, but they were all kind of copy-paste from the beginning. And giving us 20 days to work with just to get to the ending of that was kind of a little much, I would think, probably for a midpoint. I probably would have said about 10 days worth, maybe. Because that really pushed us towards probably the end game-ish. If we look at the calendar, the game only goes up to 10 months, so I would have to assume that that's going to be it. So we're already at month 8, and knowing this game, we're probably going to have like 5 days of just story shit happening. I'm not really sure. We probably in the penultimate stage. Until we get to month 9, then that's when I can really get a good judgment on if we really were at the halfway point or not. All of the side quests, though, were pretty shit because they were just like, hey, go gather this and I'll give you this. Those kinds of side quests aren't really ever the best things to do with a game, especially in the midpoint. Like, that's kind of something that you start with in a JRPG. Like, go save the cat from the tree type stuff, but that's about it. You do that stuff in the mid-game portion, and all you're giving me is, like, 2,000 gold, like, you're kind of pissing me off at that point, you know? Because it's useless stuff that you just add to pad your game and its hours and stuff like that. I would have liked to have seen more combat checks, because we literally only have 5 bounties, and 4 of which that were actually true bounties. And none of the bounties have really proven to be like tough things at all. The game is, as always, it's always very hand-holdy too. So you just grab the informant, you pay you pay for the note or whatever, and then you just go off and you pretty much just cater to that whole mission with the archetypes and all that, and then you just kind of level up, fight it, and then be done with it. And some of that, like the little jet boarding thing we did around the spaceship or whatever, I didn't like that at all. Kind of put down the controller, didn't even know what I was doing there, so that's why we kind of just dived off the edge. And I guess the game was just like, oh, game over. Like, okay, whatever. So they can have that, I don't really give a shit. Now, as far as what she's got going on for us,
Nice.
not really sure I understand these mask things. She just adds a whole new mechanic that, like, at this point in the game, I'm probably not willing to learn. Because they're like, you're already been set on 4 members anyway, and now you just added another person that has, like, an entirely different schematic to them. I'm sure it's fun in like other ways, but this is something that, I don't know, probably should have been introduced a little bit earlier if we were going to do all this. Because now I have to kind of build her up and figure out where she's going to have her place in our party. And then we need to get her raised up too. So yeah, well, I guess she'll be the, we'll call her like the clown of the group. Really not much else we could do with her. And she's like superior, like her level is way behind everybody else's, so that's really bad. Yeah, like I said, Brylehaven, not the greatest spot that we had to do things. I think Martyra still, to this point, is probably the best story point we've had in the game, aside from the stuff in the Grand Cathedral and everything in the beginning, when they kind of set up the story, but Brylehaven is just one of those places. It's the, can't really give it an equivalent right now. I don't know how to really say it. Just wasn't a good point in the game, to be honest. Not much for story either that wasn't predictable, other than like the Songstress being part of our group. But everything with Luis is just kind of panning out. You know, he's just your stereotypical villain. He just wants to rule the world and just finding ways to manipulate everything in his favor. Dude's a bastard though, and so is his little henchman. Can't wait to be done with those people, but we're gonna have to find a way to get to that point. But we did all the side questing that we possibly could have done out of that, and I would probably say the best out of that stuff was probably the tower. And that's only because you had to do that and get a bunch of different items for other side quests too, so that kind of helped out that you don't have to like go back and forth and waste even more days to do that stuff. You can just do it all in one clean sweep. So at least they had that thing going for them. But in the next one, we will go ahead and just continue on with the story beats and see what's going on with our next big area of the game, I would assume, is where we're about to head to. Because looking at the world map, I would have to say that we are either going to start doing things in the ocean, or we're actually going to head towards the north, or probably a little bit more eastwards to those golden meadows. And maybe even north to the canyons, I don't know yet. So, we'll see. Thanks for watching.